Real-time strategy games are some of the most exciting and challenging titles in the gaming world. Unlike turn-based strategy games where players take turns to make decisions, real-time strategy games keep the action flowing, requiring quick thinking and tactical decision-making in real time. In this video, we're going to dive into some of the best RTS games that have captured the hearts of gamers. So without wasting more time, let's get into the video.
And silent. For the Empire!
Developed by Numantian Games, They Are Billions was first released in 2017 as an early access game and had its full release in 2019. This unique real-time strategy title combines base building, resource management, and tower defense elements with a post-apocalyptic zombie survival theme. The world is overrun by hordes of undead, and players must build and defend their colonies against these relentless waves of zombies. The game is unforgiving. One small mistake can lead to the destruction of your entire colony. Even seasoned RTS players find the game notoriously difficult. The zombies come in waves, with the final wave being the biggest and most dangerous. Players must prepare for these waves by constantly improving their defenses and upgrading their units. Another challenge is the game's permadeath system. If your colony falls, you must start over from the beginning. This makes every decision crucial, as a single bad move can ruin hours of progress. The steep learning curve in They Are Billions is part of its charm. Each time you fail, you learn something new. Every victory, no matter how small, feels incredibly rewarding. The game offers multiple difficulty levels, so you can tailor the experience to your skill level. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned veteran, there's always a challenge waiting for you. Developed by Shiro Games, Northgard is a game that combines the rich lore of Norse mythology with deep strategic gameplay, making it a must-play for fans of the genre. Set in the mythical world of Midgard, Northgard transports players to a land of frost and fury where ancient Norse clans vie for dominance. The game is inspired by the sagas of the Vikings, filled with tales of gods, heroes, and mythical creatures. In Northgard, you take on the role of a clan leader tasked with building and expanding your settlement while facing challenges from the environment and rival clans. You start with a small group of Vikings and a single territory. From there, you must explore the map, claim new territories, and gather resources like food, wood, and gold. Each territory has its own challenges, such as wolves, undead warriors, or even natural disasters. The game offers both single-player and multiplayer modes. The single-player campaign tells an engaging story, guiding you through the challenges and triumphs of leading your clan. Meanwhile, the multiplayer mode allows you to compete or cooperate with friends. The game's replayability is high, thanks to its randomized maps, multiple clans, and diverse victory conditions. No two games are alike, and there's always a new strategy to try. Released in 2002 by Firefly Studios, Stronghold Crusader is a sequel to the critically acclaimed Stronghold, and has since become a beloved classic among strategy game enthusiasts. When you start the game, you have a small castle and a few workers. Your job is to gather resources, like wood, stone, and food, to expand your fortress. You'll need to build farms, mills, and markets to keep your people happy and productive. At the same time, you must train soldiers, construct defensive walls, and prepare for enemy attacks. The game features a variety of units, including archers, knights, and siege weapons like catapults and battering rams. Each unit has its strengths and weaknesses, so you'll need to think carefully about how to use them. The single-player campaign includes historical battles and skirmishes that test your skills as a leader. You'll face off against famous Crusader lords like Richard the Lionheart and Saladin, each with their own unique tactics. For those who enjoy playing with friends, the multiplayer mode is a blast. You can team up or compete against other players in intense castle building and siege battles. The multiplayer mode adds a whole new layer of strategy, as human opponents can be even more unpredictable than the AI. Originally released in 2002, Age of Mythology was later enhanced and re-released as Age of Mythology Extended Edition in 2014. This version includes all the original content plus additional features and improvements, making it an even more compelling experience. What sets Age of Mythology Extended Edition apart is its deep integration of the rich mythologies of ancient Greece, Egypt, and the Norse world into its gameplay. The game's lore is intricately woven into the campaign, where players embark on epic quests that draw from the myths and legends of these ancient cultures. Unlike traditional RTS games that focus solely on resource gathering and unit production, Age of Mythology introduces the concept of gods and myth units. Players can worship different gods, each offering unique powers and abilities that can turn the tide of battle. Balancing your economy, military, and mythological powers is key to success in Age of Mythology. Resource management is crucial, as players need to gather food, wood, gold, and favor. Favor is a special resource that allows you to call upon your chosen god's powers and summon myth units. The game features detailed and colorful graphics that bring the mythological world to life. The units and buildings are meticulously designed, and the environments are rich and varied. From the sun-drenched landscapes of Greece to the icy wastelands of Norse mythology, each setting is a feast for the eyes. Developed by Relic Entertainment and published by Sega, Company of Heroes II is a sequel to the critically acclaimed Company of Heroes. Set during World War II, Company of Heroes II primarily focuses on the Eastern Front, where the Soviet Union battles against Nazi Germany. It was released in 2013 and quickly gained a reputation for its detailed, historically accurate depiction of the conflict. In Company of Heroes II, players can choose to command either the Soviet Union or the German forces and engage in a variety of missions and campaigns. Unlike many traditional RTS games that focus purely on base building and resource collection, Company of Heroes II emphasizes tactical combat. Players must capture and hold strategic points to gain resources, which are used to build units and vehicles. Infantry, tanks, and artillery must be used wisely, as rushing into battle without a strategy can lead to heavy losses. The game offers a rich single-player campaign for both the Soviet and German sides, providing a narrative-driven experience that delves into the historical context of the Eastern Front. For those who prefer a competitive edge, the multiplayer mode is equally robust. Players can face off in various maps and modes, testing their skills against others from around the world. The community is active and supportive, with regular updates and mods enhancing the game's longevity.
Attacking my base. Deal with them. Thalia out.
Released in 2007 as an expansion pack to the original Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, not only enhanced the base game, but also introduced new features and content that elevated the RTS genre to new heights. Supreme Commander Forged Alliance is set in a futuristic world where three factions, the United Earth Federation, the Aeon Illuminate, and the Cybran Nation, are locked in a relentless struggle for dominance. However, a new enemy, the Seraphim, emerges threatening to wipe out all of humanity. With no choice but to unite against this alien force, the remaining factions form the Coalition, fighting together for survival. The campaign follows this desperate war against the Seraphim, with players taking on different missions to defend key locations, rescue allies, and launch counterattacks. The AI in the game is also impressive, providing a real challenge. Enemy forces adapt to your tactics, forcing players to constantly change strategies. For a game released 2007, Supreme Commander Forged Alliance boasts impressive graphics that hold up well even today. The detailed unit models, dynamic environments, and smooth animations create a visually stunning experience. The game's soundtrack, composed by Jeremy Soule, adds to the immersive atmosphere, with epic tracks that enhance the sense of scale and tension during battles.
Building. Unit ready.
The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection is a compilation of two of the most iconic games in the series, Command & Conquer Tiberian Dawn and Command & Conquer Red Alert. Both games were originally released in the 1990s and have been lovingly restored with modern graphics, sound, and gameplay enhancements. The pixelated visuals of the 1990s have been replaced with high-definition graphics. You can now play the game in 4K resolution with beautifully redrawn units, buildings, and environments. The game also includes a toggle feature, so you can switch between the new graphics and the classic look whenever you want. This means you can enjoy the crisp, modern visuals, or switch back to the nostalgic, pixelated look that you remember. The core gameplay of Command & Conquer is as fun and challenging as it was 25 years ago. Building bases, gathering resources, and commanding armies in fast-paced battles never gets old. The remastered collection keeps the original gameplay intact while making it more accessible for new players. Electronic Arts worked closely with longtime fans and modders to ensure the game remained faithful to its roots. The developers even included behind-the-scenes content, such as interviews, concept art, and unused footage from the original game's production.
Unit ready.
Is my aid required?
When Warcraft III first hit the scene back in 2002, it was a game that really shook things up. The game was so successful that it even gave birth to the popular multiplayer online battle arena game, Defense of the Ancients, which later evolved into Dota 2. In 2020, Warcraft III Reforged was released, bringing this classic game into the modern era. The remaster comes with a bunch of improvements, but the most noticeable is the visual overhaul. The graphics have been completely redone with high-resolution textures, improved character models, and enhanced animations. This makes the world of Azeroth look more vibrant and alive than ever before. At its heart, Warcraft III Reforged is a strategy game that requires both tactical and strategic thinking. You'll need to gather resources, build bases, train units, and engage in battles against AI or human opponents. The game offers a wide variety of units, each with unique abilities and strengths. This means you can play in many different ways and come up with your own strategies. The game supports both online and local multiplayer, so you can compete against your friends or join the global community. One of the coolest features is the custom game mode, which lets you create and share your own maps and game modes. This adds a whole new layer of fun and creativity to the game. Released in 1999 by Ensemble Studios and published by Microsoft, this iconic game has not only defined the RTS genre, but has also continued to captivate players for over 2 decades. At its core, Age of Empires II is all about building civilizations, managing resources, and leading armies to victory. Set in the Middle Ages, the game lets you choose from 13 different civilizations. You'll need to gather resources like food, wood, gold, and stone to build your economy, train units, and construct buildings. At the same time, you must defend your base from enemy attacks and launch your own offensives to conquer rival civilizations. The campaigns are based on real historical events and figures, such as Joan of Arc, Genghis Khan, and Saladin. These campaigns are not only educational, but also incredibly immersive. While the original Age of Empires II was a masterpiece in its own right, the game has seen several revivals and expansions that have kept it relevant in the modern era. In 2013, Age of Empires II HD Edition was released, bringing updated graphics, improved multiplayer functionality, and new content to the classic game. This was followed by Age of Empires II Definitive Edition in 2019, which featured 4K visuals, remastered sound, and additional civilizations and campaigns. Developed by Blizzard Entertainment and released in 2010, StarCraft II is a sequel to the legendary StarCraft and has become a cornerstone of the RTS genre. The game continues the epic sci-fi saga of the Kopulu sector, where 3 unique factions battle for dominance: the Terrans, the Zerg, and the Protoss. The game is divided into 3 campaigns: Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and Legacy of the Void. StarCraft II is all about strategy, resource management, and quick decision-making. Each faction has its own unique units, strengths, and weaknesses, which means you need to adapt your strategies depending on which race you're playing as or against. StarCraft II offers a robust online platform where players can compete in ranked matches, participate in custom games, and join tournaments. Blizzard has invested heavily in the esports scene, with StarCraft II being a staple in major gaming tournaments. Watching professional players compete is a treat, as they showcase the highest level of strategic thinking and execution. For those who enjoy creativity, the StarCraft II editor allows players to create their own maps, mods, and custom games. This has led to a vibrant community of modders who have produced countless custom games, extending the game's lifespan and keeping it fresh. And that wraps up our list of the best real-time strategy games. Let me know in the comments which RTS game is your favorite, or if there's one you think should have made the list. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow strategy lovers, and subscribe for more awesome game recommendations and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.